America's popular restaurant chains are on the verge of extinction. Skyrocketing prices, declining sales, and increasingly frugal consumers have created a perfect storm that even the most legendary firms are struggling to overcome. Once busy dining rooms are now hauntingly empty, and financial losses accumulate quicker than a Saturday night rush. The flaws in their underpinnings are obvious, ranging from mismanagement to marketing failure. Think your favorite restaurants are untouchable? Think again. Here are 15 restaurant chains that may not live till 2026. 15 Red Lobster is amid dangerously rough waters, hardly conducive to a seafood feast. The chain, best renowned for its buttery biscuits and endless shrimp specials, is struggling financially. Skyrocketing seafood prices, particularly for lobster and shrimp, are slicing earnings like a freshly sharpened fillet knife. The Wall Street Journal reported in 2024 that parent company Thai Union had to restructure its U.S. operations due to multi-million-dollar losses. Inflation isn't helping either. Red Lobster's menu was formerly considered a reasonable option for middle-class families, but it now feels out of reach for many. To make matters worse, the brand's never-ending promotions, such as the massively popular Endless Shrimp, are causing financial losses. Some analysts believe that the corporation loses up to $5 per customer during these transactions. Fierce competition from fast casual seafood concepts, as well as an increasing preference for takeout over sit-down dining, are reducing their consumer base. If Red Lobster does not cut costs and reinvent itself to attract customers, it may be wiped out by 2025. 14. Boston Market, long a hotspot for rotisserie chicken fans, is on the verge of closing. Known for its hearty comfort cuisine and family-style meals, the brand has struggled to remain relevant in an ever-changing food market. According to a Forbes expose, the corporation is embroiled in legal issues, including pay theft charges and dangerous working conditions. These lawsuits, combined with declining sales, have put Boston Market in a perilous situation. Meanwhile, the rise of home meal delivery services and grocery store hot bars has made its business model appear antiquated. Why pay $20 for a family meal deal when you can get something similar at your local supermarket for less and with greater variety? The figures don't lie. More than 15% of its locations closed in 2024, and analysts are unconvinced the brand can survive another year. Boston Market, once heralded as a disruptor in fast casual dining, could soon be disrupted out of existence. 13. Applebee's may be eaten good in the neighborhood, but fewer people are visiting that location. The chain has become the poster child for faltering casual dining, with a spate of store closures in 2024 indicating difficulties ahead. High inflation has impacted Applebee's especially hard as its target demographic, middle-income families, cuts back on dining out. According to Bloomberg, the classic 2 for $20 deal is no longer as popular as it once was. With costs nearing $25 in many places, budget-conscious diners are looking for cheaper options. Even worse, younger generations are abandoning traditional sit-down eating in favor of trendier and speedier alternatives. Applebee's efforts to change its image, such as launching late-night specials and karaoke events, have failed to inspire the renaissance that executives hoped for, despite corporate assurances that Applebee's is not going away. Rising losses and diminishing loyalty indicate that the business may soon become a sentimental relic rather than a thriving restaurant. 12 Chili's may have perfected the art of searing fajitas, but its finances are everything but sizzling. The brand is having to compete with fast casual Mexican-inspired restaurants like Chipotle and Qdoba, which offer customizable dishes at lower prices. Chili's emphasis on sit-down dining puts it at risk as takeout and delivery dominate the dining environment. While the company has modernized its approach with robotic waiters and simpler menus, these efforts have not been able to offset increased food, labor, and utility expenses. Chili's profit margins had fallen to their lowest level in decades, according to parent firm Brinker International, which reported this in late 2024. An unidentified insider revealed that numerous rural locations are quietly closing to reduce losses. While Chili's continues to grow in suburban locations, analysts warn that the company may need to downsize significantly or possibly sell off sections of its business in order to survive until 2025. For a franchise that once embodied the casual dining boom, its troubles may herald the end of an era. 11. Buffalo Wild Wings, once a popular destination for sports fans and wing enthusiasts, is now struggling to stay in business. The chain has been hard hit by increasing chicken wing prices, which have risen by more than 25% in the last year, according to Market Watch. To counteract these costs, Buffalo Wild Wings boosted menu pricing, but the decision backfired, driving away consumers. Many fans are hesitant to pay $20 for a dozen wings when cheaper options are available at nearby restaurants or even in their own kitchens. Franchise owners report falling alcohol sales, which have historically been a major revenue stream. Meanwhile, younger customers prefer health-conscious and inventive dining options, leaving Buffalo Wild Wings struggling to attract new customers. With fewer people filling booths on game days and analysts speculating that parent company Inspire Brands may sell or close stores, Buffalo Wild Wings could be out of business by 2025. 10. Subway, once the sandwich king, is rapidly losing its dominance. The chain's vast network of thousands of outlets around the world has evolved from an asset to a tremendous burden. Franchisees are battling with razor-thin profit margins and rising overhead expenditures. According to Business Insider, scores of franchisees sued Subway in 2024, citing the firm of exploitative leasing terms and imposing costly required store upgrades. Customers aren't impressed either. Social media is rife with concerns about irregular serving sizes and the usage of highly processed products. Even Subway's attempts to improve its menu with premium, fresh sliced deli meats have failed, as many customers perceive these efforts as dishonest. Despite the implementation of delivery services and rebranding campaigns, closures continue to increase. Hundreds of Subway outlets will close in 2024, and industry experts warn that unless its business model is completely overhauled, Subway may soon become a footnote in fast food history. 9. TGI Fridays, previously known for boisterous happy hours and extravagant festivities, is trying to stay relevant in today's saturated casual dining industry. According to Restaurant Business, the business has closed more than 20% of its stores in the last 3 years, citing rising food and labor expenses as major reasons for declining profitability. Attempts to attract younger diners with fashionable, Instagram-worthy goods such as rainbow cocktails and lavish desserts have failed. Yelp and TripAdvisor users frequently describe suburban locations as outdated and uninspired. Longtime admirers are disappointed that the chain's unique energy, its signature flair, has faded as franchisees continue to fail because to financial difficulties and more guests choose competitors. TGI Fridays may shortly say its farewell, thank goodness, in 2025. 8. IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, has been serving breakfast for generations, but its future does not look bright. According to Restaurant Dive, revenues have been progressively falling as budget-conscious consumers choose for on-the-go breakfast options such as McDonald's or Starbucks. Rising expenses for goods such as eggs, milk, and flour are raising menu pricing, making IHOP less enticing to its core family-oriented market. To make matters worse, many franchisees are failing to meet the company's high refurbishment costs, with others deciding to close their doors completely. The chain's controversial IHOP marketing campaign, a brief attempt to shift focus to burgers, angered longtime customers while failing to attract many new ones. This error, combined with IHOP's emphasis on dine-in customers, has left the brand languishing in a dining environment dominated by takeaway and delivery, with hundreds of underperforming sites closing in 2024 and more on the way. IHOP may soon join the ranks of casual dining fatalities. 7 Checkers and Rallies, known for its crispy seasoned fries and double drive-thru design, is facing a series of obstacles that could spell its demise. Initially, the chain appeared to be well-positioned for success in a post-pandemic society dominated by takeaway and fast food. Unfortunately, the reality has been considerably worse. According to QSR Magazine, supply chain problems have disproportionately impacted Checkers and Rallies, with ingredient shortages resulting in delayed orders and a reduced menu. Customers have expressed dissatisfaction with these changes, and the chain's main competitors, such as McDonald's and Wendy's, are outspending it on marketing and technology, gaining market share in the process. While the introduction of AI-powered drive-thru systems was intended to increase productivity, many customers have reported long wait times and variable food quality, further degrading the brand's reputation. With more than 10% of stores disappearing by 2024, franchisees are feeling the pressure and many are battling to stay afloat. Unless Checkers and Rally's can improve its processes and regain customer trust, the chain may vanish into fast food history.
6 Outback Steakhouse, noted for its bloomin' onion and Aussie-themed menu, is struggling to establish a foothold in a shifting dining market. Outback's business strategy appears to be out of date as consumers increasingly choose quick, economical meals than conventional sit-down eating. The growing cost of beef, which has increased by more than 30% in the last 2 years, is putting enormous pressure on Outback's already low profit margins. These issues have compelled the firm to boost menu pricing, upsetting budget-conscious customers. According to Restaurant Business, franchise owners are losing patience with corporate leadership, accusing them of being out of touch with today's economic reality. Efforts to entice younger clients with digital initiatives and a focus on takeaway and delivery have mainly failed. Meanwhile, Outback's main client base of older customers continues to decrease. Bloomin' Brands, the chain's parent company, has revealed plans to eliminate roughly 50 underperforming shops by late 2024 to reduce losses. However, analysts caution that this measure may not be sufficient. Without a considerable overhaul, Outback may become another casualty of the waning steakhouse trend by 2025. Sbarro, the legendary mall food court pizza restaurant, has been fighting for existence for years. But 2024 could be the last blow. Sbarro, once a cornerstone of American shopping malls, has suffered as mall foot traffic has dropped by over 40% since 2020, according to Retail Dive. Compounding the problem, delivery-focused competitors such as Domino's and Papa John's have dominated the convenience market, while fast casual pizza businesses such as MOD Pizza have conquered the dine-in market. Sbarro's attempts to reinvent itself by building standalone outlets in urban areas and smaller shopping malls have mostly failed, with many new stores underperforming and resulting in severe financial losses. Rising ingredient costs, particularly for cheese and wheat, have compelled the business to boost prices, pushing away budget-conscious customers. Dozens of outlets closed in 2024, and franchisees are apparently ditching the brand entirely. Without a creative new strategy, Sbarro risks being a sentimental recollection of food court eating by 2025. 4 Ruby Tuesday, once a casual dining powerhouse, is on its way to obscurity. After suffering with diminishing client interest and rising operational costs, the chain's once dominant presence has crumbled. Nearly the last decade, Ruby Tuesday has shuttered nearly 600 locations, with less than 200 remaining by the end of 2024. Despite efforts to stay solvent, including a 2021 bankruptcy filing and brand revitalization efforts, the company continues to struggle financially. Franchisees describe razor-thin profit margins, with many failing to fulfill corporate requests for costly upgrades or even cover lease payments. Ruby Tuesday's initiatives to entice customers, such as menu revamps and meal kits for home consumption, have failed. Meanwhile, fast casual restaurants such as Panera Bread and Sweetgreen have outperformed Ruby Tuesday in terms of quality and customer appeal. Worse, inflation has disproportionately impacted Ruby Tuesday's primary consumer base, middle-class families, making dining out appear like an unattainable luxury. With a steadily declining presence and an older audience, analysts anticipate that Ruby Tuesday will disappear entirely by 2025, bringing an end to a once iconic casual dining brand. 3 Chuck E. Cheese, the nostalgic sanctuary of pizza and games, is facing an existential crisis that might end the childhood institution by 2025. Despite escaping a 2020 bankruptcy file, Chuck E. Cheese's financial difficulties have worsened, with the company's debt expected to reach roughly $2 billion by 2024, according to Bloomberg. The root of the problem? In today's digitally dominated world, the brand's classic format of arcade games, party areas, and family eating has lost appeal. Today's children are more inclined to play video games or stream content at home rather than go to a pizza and gaming restaurant. The epidemic has only exacerbated this transition, and Chuck E. Cheese's efforts to adapt by offering delivery services and frozen pizza in stores have not been enough to offset the drop. CCC Entertainment, Chuck E. Cheese's parent business, has also received criticism for antiquated equipment, poor hygiene, and subpar food quality.
Legal issues, including a class action lawsuit over alleged labor breaches in 2024, have further harmed the brand's reputation. Chuck E. Cheese's days appear to be limited, with increasing debt, dwindling foot traffic, and fierce competition from fast casual franchises and home entertainment choices alike. According to analysts, the popular mascot's reign may end in 2025, leaving millions of millennials and Generation Z with just fond memories of the iconic childhood attraction. Two Hard Rock Cafe, once a global landmark known for rock and roll memorabilia and themed dining experiences, is today battling to remain relevant in an oversaturated market. According to Forbes, the chain has been losing money for years, with dozens of stores quietly disappearing throughout North America, Europe, and Asia. While the brand still has some appeal among tourists, the novelty of its concept has worn off. Millennials and Generation Z have demonstrated little interest in paying a premium for poor cuisine and dusty autographed instruments. The epidemic dealt a terrible blow to Hard Rock Cafe, whose reliance on international tourism left several outlets desolate during lockdown. While travel has resumed, the chain's recovery has fallen behind competitors. Even in top locations like New York, Las Vegas, and London, rising operational costs, particularly for prime real estate, have rendered profitability practically impossible. A 2024 restaurant business study indicated that numerous Hard Rock franchisees are on the verge of bankruptcy, blaming excessive fees and declining consumer traffic. Hard Rock's attempts to adapt, such as presenting local cuisine and live streaming performances, have been received with indifference. Experts believe that without a dramatic redesign, the legendary Hard Rock Cafe will suffer widespread closures by 2025, ushering in the end of an era for the brand that once defined the dining and entertainment experiences. One Pizza Hut, the business that dominated the 1990s with its distinctive dine-in restaurants and buffet-style options, is now struggling to survive. In recent years, it has been losing ground to speedier, more modern competitors such as Domino's and Papa John's, who have outperformed Pizza Hut in terms of delivery efficiency and digital innovation. Pizza Hut's sales are down about 12% year on year as of 2024, and over 400 outlets in the United States have shuttered in the last 18 months. The brand is rapidly downsizing, urgently striving to stay relevant in a competitive market. Pizza Hut's failure to adapt to changing consumer demands has contributed significantly to its collapse. Its dine-in concept, which was once popular among families, has become a disadvantage in an era dominated by takeaway and delivery. Despite efforts to pivot by opening delivery-focused locations, the chain's shift has come too late. Meanwhile, rising prices for crucial ingredients such as cheese and wheat have prompted Pizza Hut to boost pricing, alienating more budget-conscious customers. Quality control issues, ranging from badly cooked pizzas to delivery delays, have harmed the chain's image. Franchisees have begun to depart their locations, citing low profits and hefty operational costs. A leaked internal email from 2024 showed that corporate leaders are looking into strategic alternatives, which is often a euphemism for selling or destroying pieces of the company. Industry analysts warn that unless Pizza Hut drastically changes its image, operations, and menu, the company may fail by 2025, leaving only memories of the iconic red-roofed eateries and stuffed crust pizzas that once charmed the nation.